Hello, everybody. Lyndsay here. I hope you're having a wonderful and fantastic Tuesday, June 8th. Oh my goodness, why is time passing by so fast? When you join me live, say hello. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know that as well. And I'm just making sure that we're going live in all the right places. So just give me uno momento, por favor. And we're going to be talking about, there it is. We're going to be talking about something absolutely wonderfully fantastic today. Let me just get my little caption. The 3 ways to break down your money mindset crap so you don't pass it on down to your children, because that's not nice. No generational curses, please. None. No, thank you. I don't want any. Alrighty. So as I'm using this new, really super wicked awesome tool, and we have a chat going and people commenting, you can have your name show up in the chat, and you would just have to go to this chat.restream.io/Facebook to accept that, so that your name will show up when you are live with me and you are chatting with me, just so you know. So let us begin. Let us talk about these things. And so this specific chat is inspired by Joseph Murphy. I love studying all his information in regards to all the law of attraction things, because it's based on action, and it's based on using your 5 senses. So if you've, let me know in the chat, have you looked into the elements and all that encompasses the law of attraction and how to initiate it? Let me know, because I would be curious as if you know those details, because the movie The Secret is great. Have you seen it? It's great. It's fantastic, but it's not detailed enough. I religiously listened to that book over and over and over again for 6 months. And maybe I was just trying too damn hard, but nothing was happening for me. Nothing was happening for me. And so I tried to figure out, like, what am I missing? What is the key element? So researching more into like what Bob Proctor talks about, like he based his teachings from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and many other great think philosophers of the law of attraction. And I looked into Dr. Joe Vitale, who has a little bit a different approach in this, because I really do believe that the power in scientific prayer, because as a man thinketh, Zosha is he, right? That's kind of how it goes, right? So I know there's a way for you to think yourself into a better position in your life, but it does require that action. And that's the one thing that The Secret didn't really go over. It said, ask, what was it? Ask, believe, receive, something like that. Like, it was very simple. And I was like, oh, I can do that. But it didn't really work. And I think the belief is also around taking action. The belief is also around consistent effort into whatever you're doing. And at the same time, this is crazy, because it's like, I love that speech from Al Pacino in Devil's Advocate, when he's like, look, but God gives you all these rules. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow. And while you're here jumping from thing to thing, he's up there laughing his ass off. Anyway, I could go into the whole monologue. I love that one. But it kind of encompasses this whole idea of, you got to do this, but not that. You got to do this, but not that. You got to do that. So what actually works in all this stuff? Belief and faith. Number 1, how do you make belief happen? Consistency. Because takes 66 days to build a habit. I'm sorry, but I think it's because our society is so programmed by, not only do we have our 60,000 thoughts a day, 99% of those thoughts are subconscious, past thinking, all those fun things, 87% of our thoughts are negative. That ties into deeply how long it takes you to build a habit, whereas it used to be 21 days to build a habit. Did you hear that? Did you know that it takes 21 days to build a habit? Yay. I don't know who commented. You said you love that monologue. That's awesome. Thank you for commenting. If you want your name to show up, here, I'm going to put this in the caption here, or in the chat here. If you want your name to show up so I know who you are, so I can talk to you, there it is. Just click the link that I put in the comments, and then you can approve your names so that I can see you and we can chat together. And if you have questions, I can call you out instead, because all I see, it says Facebook user. Yeah, it's a really good monologue, isn't it? So I really understand why it now takes 66 days to build a habit. But Lyndsay, what does that have to do with belief? Well, it takes 66 days to build a habit, but it takes that plus a little bit longer. It's Renee. Hi, Renee. So it takes 66 days to build a habit, but it also takes longer to build a belief, longer to build a belief system, right? So in executing on belief, it's a consistent thing. It's a mind programming thing. You just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. So how do we break down these money mindset garbage things? 3 ways to do these money mindset elimination things so you don't pass it on down to your children. So you break generational curses, which is so very, very important, because you don't want to pass any of this stuff down. That's not very nice, right? Even in your environment and the people who you surround yourself with, you can also break their curses just by you working on yourself, right? Like starts to attract like. And some people aren't ready. Some people really hold on to their excuses. Some people really hold on to their victim mindset because they know no different. They don't realize that there's a world outside of that. And so the things that they aspire to in life, they're just wishes. Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could have this. I wish I could go over here and do that. But they're just wishes. And building that belief is separate from a wish. Belief requires action and consistency and commitment and discipline, right? So I'm not saying that you could believe yourself to winning the lottery by sitting your tushy on the couch. I don't believe that that's possible. That's a belief that I have. If you have it, please prove me wrong. Please. I would love for that. That would be so amazing. Prove me wrong. Sit on a couch. And this is not degrading in any way, shape, or form. And this is no. I'm not being unkind or sarcastic. I would love to see this in action. Sit on a couch for like 66 to 90 days and try and win the lottery by just like believing with your heart, your soul, all 5 senses. Like I would love it. That would be amazing. But let's break down these 3 ways, okay? I do believe that anything's possible, but with my personal experience around energy work and the law of attraction, the law of the universe, action is required because we are in these meat suits. You know, we're these spiritual beings having a human experience, correct? And as a spiritual being, you think it and it's there. You think it, there's no filters, there's no brick walls, there's no obstacles to climb. Spiritual experience, think of it. Spiritual being, think of it, it happens. But as a physical being, it's a little bit different. All right? So the first step in breaking all these things down, and I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's worth it. It's worth the effort. Never, ever, ever, number 1, make a negative statement about finances, like ever. Okay? That's the number 1. That's number 1. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, well, Lyndsay, how am I supposed to monitor my 60,000 thoughts a day? When the thought comes up, catch yourself in it. Instead of riding your thoughts, all willy-nilly like a roller coaster and just going with it. You have to break that. It's really, really important. And it's super hard because we get triggered by certain things that bring our old habits in or bring our negative thought patterns in. And they're just crashing through, having a party in your brain, breaking shit. And then all of a sudden you're sad and depressed and you wonder why you can't do anything in your business today, right? Never make a negative statement about finances. Never. Even if you don't believe it yet, we are creating habits first before belief. And that habit is created by consistent repetition. Repetition. How did you learn how to be skilled in anything that you're skilled in? Repetition. You didn't just like pick up a violin one day. You'd be like, I'm gonna master this in one day. Repetition. Mastery. Yes. Master your thoughts. If you master your thoughts, what can't you do? Right? You master your thoughts, what can't you do? Okay? So next, well, I do want to talk about this a little bit more, but yes. Okay, I am going to talk about this a little bit more. For example, if you say things like, I can't pay my bills this month, I can't pay rent, I can't make ends meet, business is shitty, I can't. And then as soon as that negative thought of I can't comes to mind, you got to polarize it. You got to change it and say, I am one with the infinite storehouse within me. All my needs are met instantaneously. I am one with the infinite storehouse within me. All my needs are met instantaneously. If that's not the affirmation to like kick all the other affirmations to the curb, I don't know what is. But Lyndsay, I've done affirmations. I've tried affirmations. I don't like them. They don't work for me. You need to feel it all the way down to your toes. You need to make it mean something to you. What do those words mean? I am one with the infinite storehouse within me. Well, if you saw yesterday's video, I know the quality was shitty and I hope it's better today. I'm in a different location, and so my internet is not as feisty and fantabulous as it normally is. So I apologize for that. But if you can just listen to yesterday's, we were diving into that a little bit. That you are a part of the universe. You are from the universe. You're born from the universe. I am one with the universe. Like if you just take a moment, I am one with the infinite storehouse within me because I'm made of the stars. Like really talk yourself into it. And all my needs are met instantaneously. If you are a part of the universe and the universe is like expanding at an exponential infinite rate every second, and like there's like stars and planets, and of course there's life on other planets. We know this now because there's aliens. We'll see them. I'm sure we'll see them every day in a couple of years. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But do you know what I mean? Like talk yourself into this statement and it starts working. Because if you keep repeating it all the time, it's going to get louder. It's going to get louder. It's going to get louder than all your other BS statements that you had before. I can't pay my bills. I can't do this. Business is shitty. I'm not getting clients. What's wrong with me? Like you convince yourself, you talk yourself into those statements. Do you or do you not? Absolutely, right? So now it becomes, I can't, and all that jazz starts to become, I'm one with the infinite storehouse within me, and all my needs are met instantaneously. You repeat it, it becomes a habit. You're going to start believing it. And what's even better is you're going to start to trust it. You're going to start to trust it. And that's where all the magic happens. You know, it might be necessary in the beginning to do this 50 times in 1 hour. But if you keep going and persist, the negative thought Because it's no longer fed, because you're trumping this negative thought. The negative thought pops up. No, I am one with the infinite storehouse within me. All my needs are met instantaneously. Boom, squelch it, put it down. If it comes up again, I am one with the infinite storehouse within me, and all my needs are met instantaneously. Boom, 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 over and over and over again. All right? Yes. Okay, next one. And this is same, but a little different. Make a habit every day to condition your mind to wealth. If you find yourself comparing yourself to other people, individuals on the internet that look very successful, and maybe you're cursing them a little bit, maybe you're jealous a little bit, that's not conditioning your mind to wealth. That's associating with people who are successful. You have negative emotions around that, so it's not going to happen for you. Correct? Right. Yes. So, and then it goes back to that statement. I've got a whole schwack load of crazy, wicked, awesome affirmations from Joseph Murphy. I highly recommend you put him on YouTube and play him on repeat. Just have him like as white noise in your home. He is so fantastic. Yes. So making a habit every day to condition your mind to wealth and what you will start to realize is where your money mindset is broken. When you look at people with wealth, what were you taught about people with wealth when you were a kid? Money doesn't grow on trees. Wealthy people are selfish and inconsiderate. Why would you want to align with being selfish and inconsiderate? If you associate wealth and success with wealthy people who are selfish and inconsiderate, every fiber in your being is against that. So of course you're not going to make any money. You won't make any money. You're never going to make any money. You don't align with that at all vibrationally. You just can't. Your whole being is like, oh, well, we've been told and conditioned, and our belief is that money is the root of all evil. And people who have a lot of money are horrible people. Like, there are examples everywhere. If that is your belief, if that is your conscious and subconscious belief, either or, both, or either or, then there's no way that you can break that unless you break that belief that you have. All right. So if you notice yourself comparing, if you notice any situation that comes up around money, when a bill comes in the mail, yay, bills, I get to pay for how much I appreciate my electricity so that I can do my business. Even if you don't believe it yet, it's reconditioning. Reconditioning means consistency, means repetitiveness over and over and over and over again. For a silly example, I used to do tap dancing, and it took me years to learn basics and to be able to get faster and faster and faster. And then I went to a different method of tap, and they did things a little bit different. I had to recondition myself to be able to do those things. And I was taught very classically for tap. And then I learned a little bit more of it's called like hoofing. It's a little bit different. The tap I learned, you're on your toes all the time. The other tap that I went into is very grounded, and I had to relearn stuff and change, my weight and all that fun. Anyway, not my physical weight, but the weight that I put into my feet. And it took conditioning. Same. Our minds are so amazing. Our minds are so infinite, so wonderful, so beautiful that we don't even know what our minds can do. But we know that the way we think creates our reality. You know that deep down or on top, you know that that's true. Start really taking action on it. All right. So a third thing, go to sleep at night with buttloads of gratitude. Buttloads of gratitude. All the gratitude. All the gratitude. Because what you appreciate appreciates. What you appreciate appreciates. You don't appreciate, it depreciates less and less. And then you're wondering, what's wrong with me? And then you go back into this self-deprecating, unkind mental cycle that you put yourself in. That is a habit. That is a belief system. That is conditioning as well. All the negative poopy thoughts. So let's get out of the negative poopy thoughts. So lull yourself to sleep with absolute gratitude. Go through all the things that you're grateful for, and go through all the things that you're grateful that are on its way to you. When I lay in bed, I lay in Savasana before I go to bed. So that's just an open position. So I have my heels together, my toes apart. Obviously, legs are straight, arms out, palms up. And I just sit in this open receiving position. And I go through the things that I'm grateful for. Grateful for the health of my children, grateful for the health of myself, my husband, grateful for our abundance and our prosperity, grateful for our home, grateful for the dinner that we had, the delicious dinner that we had, and the time that we can spend together. Grateful, 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 grateful until you fall asleep. Because there is a space 10 minutes before you fall asleep, and it's where your brain falls into a theta state. And this is where your subconscious mind can be easily reprogrammed. Now, why is that such a big deal? Like 99% of how we act and how we think is based on our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind was programmed between the ages of 0 and 7. So why are there certain things that you do that you just don't understand that you do? That's where it all came from. We don't need to do inner child work in this moment, although it's very healing and very beneficial and very helpful. We don't need to do the inner child work to be able to break this down. We can use a little bit of science here. Getting into that 10-minute window before you fall asleep, where you get into a theta state, is where your subconscious is open like a sponge. That's why, my loves, no news before bed, no phone before bed, no negative Nancy thingies before bed. Do not do it. Put those things away at least a half an hour before you go to bed. Please. Because that is what is filling into your subconscious for the next day. Alrighty? So let me know if you have any questions about those things. You don't want to carry this crappy mindset stuff around with you like a disgusting moldy backpack. I want you to visualize this. Your negative money mindset shite is like wearing a backpack covered in black mold. It definitely hurts you 110%. It weighs you down. You're not able to function properly. It makes you depressed. It makes you sick. And it also does it to the people around you. And you're going to attract other people with black moldy backpacks that they carry as well. And you're going to have, moldy backpack friends. And you don't want to have moldy backpack friends, right? You want to have people that are free of that stuff around you. So it's that whole idea of be the change that you wish to see in the world. 110%. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Because you do have the potential to change the world with how you are and how you think. Butterfly effect, my lovelies. This is how it goes. Right? So you don't pass it 3. If you do those things, it'll completely change your life. And I'm not saying, like, I went through a mindset program, part of a business program, where we had to go through a binder of stuff every morning. It was like a 2-hour morning routine of affirmations and visualizations. Like, it was intense. And I didn't do it. I'm not gonna lie. It was too much. And I think because of everything that's going on in the world right now, we can't take on like 5 months of mental work. Like, we've been doing mental work. We've been trying to survive this whole time and just like disconnect from all the crazy ass shit that's happening and just like try and find some joy, happy, and semblance and gratitude in our day of surviving. So I'm not going to give you 40,000 affirmations and you should do headstands every day and you should drink, put ashwagandha in your tea. Like, I could give you 40,000 things to do, but what would that do? That would overwhelm you. You would shut down. You wouldn't do them. Just simple. Anytime negative poopies, negative thoughts come up in your head, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? We're going to say it together. We're going to say it together. Are you ready? I am one with the infinite storehouse within me, and all my needs are met simultaneously. Yes? Yes. Here we go. I'm going to put it right here so that you don't forget. I'm going to put it into chat. Come on, chatty chat, chat. Where's the comment bit? Here it is. Yes. Yes. I am one with the infinite storehouse within me, and all my needs are met instantaneously. Like, let's make acquiring wealth, abundance, and prosperity easy. It gets to be easy if you are consistent with the work, because you desire to be out of the funky funk you're in. Energy has so much to do with your business. So much to do with your business. We can chat about that another day. I hope you have enjoyed this conversation. I hope this has brought you some guidance, some insight, some direction. I believe in you with everything that I am. You really do have this. And I know no matter how shitty of a day you could possibly be having, or, maybe tomorrow's a shitty day, or yesterday was a shitty day and today's actually okay. No matter that, whatever, you have the potential within you to do all the things that you want to do and to receive all the wealth and the abundance that you deserve. But the only way that you can step into that is if you step into that, right? Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Alrighty, my lovelies. You have a wonderful day. I'm out. How do I get out of here? Okay. Just checking stuff. Take care.